Hey, fire signs, welcome in. We're going to take a look at your energy for the next 24 hours. I hope that you are having a fantastic day. Today is December 2nd. It is my birthday, and if it's yours, happy birthday to us. And I am 55 years old today, and it's been a fantastic day. And right now I'm just hanging out, and I was able to get off work early today. And so I just thought I would spend my day with you all and take a look at some energy and see what's going on. Welcome back, those of you who are returning back. If you're brand spanking new, my name is Shannon Hensley, and I'm glad to have you. Get on my platform any old way. And when people see my heart, most I looks at our heart and not our outward appearance. And so I could just get on here any old way. So I'm pretty laid back individual. I am very sharp and straightforward as well. I do feel the energy, and I am known to be real sharp at times because I feel it that way. And it's always for upright purposes and things like that. And so you'll just have to learn me as a reader. I'm glad to have you. And if you stay, you stay. We look at really big stuff. Anything and everything could come out. And so I just like to warn. All right. Let's get started. I have, those of you who know that I use several decks when I normally do a reading for your element signs. And so I've got several of them here. I was meditating over them before I turn the camera on. So I've already pre-shuffled. I'm just giving them a little bit of a pre-shuffle before we get started here. Just on camera because I like to do that. So far, you have a main male and something about a legal matter is here. You have the bed also coming out, okay? And there is something legal here because underneath that adjudication, I also seen the courthouse. So we had legal stuff that came out and showed up on the general today as well. Show me fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So there's toxicity here. Obviously, there's some type of legal stuff. For a lot of you, this is a divorce situation with adultery attached to it. It's just been real heavy on the platform. Give me just a second here. Show me fire. Somebody needs some strength, needs some rest. You need to not let somebody drain you. Yeah, somebody's two-faced out here. Okay, maybe just dealing with somebody who just works for the law as well, but there's toxicity in somebody's bed. Okay, and then you've got dirty laundry out here, something being aired out here. A main male, again, adjudication is definitely out here, and you need strength for the next 24 hours. Let's take a look here and see what's going on. Clothes can go to spiritual stuff as well, just spiritually speaking, you know, being clean and stuff like that spiritually. But somebody's two-faced out here around you all. It's a sad thing. There's a main male involved in something going on, whether it's your work, whether or not we're dealing with the law. If you're not dealing with like actual legal matters, God's law is in session all the time. And something's wrong out here. So if there's a main male, I'm also getting a maladministration. If all this is out here, the strength card can go to that energy. What is this about, Musa? What are you going to bring out for fire energy for the next 24 hours? There's that King of Pentacles again. He came out this morning before I even turned the camera on. And then when I did turn the camera on, he came out and flipped out in the reverse. You could be dealing with an earth sign, but there's something about your work could be here. And then it came out with the Page of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. Somebody's stuck in something out here. Somebody playing two sides of something going on. Eight of Swords. For some of y'all, you're just in your own head. If you do know somebody's wearing a mask around you, you need to confront it because something's toxic. I mean, that's a lying energy to have a mask on out here. If there is, obviously there's legal matters. If somebody's going to go to jail for something, then somebody is definitely going to go to jail with adjudication, and the Eight of Swords is incarceration, or you're dealing with somebody who's already been incarcerated as well. Why ever they're playing double life. It says double life, cheater, and a backstabber on that two-faced energy. Show me the communication that's coming. Could be a secret physical exchange that's been around something as well, with 2 pentacles showing up out here. Also for some of y'all, your main male and some child energy could be out here around something in the next 24 hours, and something's very toxic out here attached to somebody being stuck in something. King of Wands. So you get a lot of masculine energy coming out, and this is your energy, fire signs. Very passionate individual. Whoever is in the upright of energies and going to be passionate with the King of Wands. Obviously, this is a very managed individual. Get up and take some type of action out here. For a long time on the platform, the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles, when they would come out together, there would always just be this nonsense going on between them. And I'm specifically being reminded of a reading that's coming through where somebody would not accept something, okay, between these two energies, and one or the other would be like real stubborn with the other. This could be your family member for all I know. It could be a work matter. It's obviously some sexual matters out here. Somebody's two-faced and some type of toxicity, and somebody's married, just legal stuff around contractual things. But whatever's going on with these two individuals, the energy's coming through, and somebody ain't being forthright out here, whoever they are. So that somebody's giving some type of physical communication around a passionate energy that is out here, but something's very toxic with it. 4 Pentacles at the bottom of the deck on this King of Wands. If he's in the reverse, he is the pimp that kept coming out with the prostitution stuff real heavy last week. For those of you, just because some type of situation, somebody's bed is out here, somebody's airing out somebody's laundry about something, and then somebody's stuck in a matter. Show me this King of Pentacles. Somebody is talking about this King of Wands energy with that page. There's something physical attached to this matter. 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, and the Chariot comes out on the King of Pentacles. This is about movement and having self-control. Something about work is here, or this is your boss as well. Investments with the 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles is also you reap what you freaking sow. And somebody's wearing a mask out here. Why? Anyway, stuck, or this also can be prison energy. So this is the word that came out the other day that we spoke about on the general, that somebody is cutting, there's something perverse out here. Okay, so if these two men are in bed with each other, then that's perverse energy. The word goes to a perversion out here. But this word came out the other day about somebody cutting ties from the truth to go do something perverse. And this morning we had energies that came out, and 2 cards that somebody was wicked there, and they left the wrong path to go do some wicked stuff. And so that Chariot came out this morning, and somebody had self-confidence, okay, and they were aggressive. This is a war. Some type of cutting energy is out here going on as well. A lot of Pentacles come around this King of Pentacles here with whatever's going on with fire in the next 24 hours. This somebody's either seeing something from a different perspective and going to give a good solid message about whoever the King of Wands is. Let's look at the King of Wands. Okay, 7 of Cups wants to jump out on him. So somebody's trying to get somebody to get into unity at the top of this person's head. And the person's holding the 5 of Cups. We all know that the 5 of Cups in the deck, 3 of those cups fall over. You got people pulling on somebody to make a choice, because this is about choices and consequences, and somebody's pulling on you, and you do not have the peace. You don't make a decision until you are led forth by peace, folks, because something's wrong out here. Somebody act like they're friends and they ain't. Something wrong out here. You're dealing with this King of Wands, has many suitors as well, can be the 7 of Cups as well. That's what's coming out on him. Some type of real physical hate. If somebody's trying to make something look like it's good news, then something's not. Somebody's investigated out here as well. Those of you who are dealing with things that are going that far. somebody's investigated out here with this, and somebody's got a choice, and the person that's wearing the mask is somebody that is investigating something. We had the spy that had also come out. Well, anyway, whatever's going on with this King of Wands, whether you upright or not, in either one of these energies, he's hothead though in the negative. Something's very toxic going on. There's consequences in making a choice around this little communication in the next 24 hours. Got somebody stuck real bad. Let's look in your hidden space. 6 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. He can be somebody very passionate in the public eye as well. What's in the hidden space for fire energy? The Tower in the reverse. Okay. And then there is something on your electronics for the most part. Both these can go back to that. In the hidden space, somebody's trying to rebuild something. Here's a little money for you. Want to rebuild something. There's something legal around the matter. Somebody want to hop in bed with a nasty piece of freak out here to get something done as well. And that's what all the prostitutes and the pimps do, to try to get their little way. And something very toxic out here about this matter, folks. Very toxic out here. In the hidden space is something on your electronics or government or something like that, because it is here. There is something very illegal going on out here. Somebody wants to rebuild, okay? Because of chit-chatty stuff. Again, things being aired out, your dirty laundry being aired out. Let me tell you something, folks. You and I will reap what we sow all day long. Jehovah tells us that I will not be mocked by no one. Whatsoever a man sows, that shall he also reap. Everything in the hidden will come to the light. And I don't care how many times people want to pay people off to keep their mouth shut or to get something done for them. God says everything has a time and a season and a judgment to it. Everything. Towers in the reverse. Somebody alterating stuff. We know that the tower can't have a meaning of alterations and things like that. You don't have a right. You don't have a right. Okay, so this wants to jump over on the strength card. It jumped on the adjudication and the strength card. Okay, this is gossipy stuff. It could be older people also involved in things. You do have 2 kings out here. 2 masculine energies are out here. This is about a commitment. Right here, let's make a deal. Or again, somebody's in bed with somebody who's married. I mean, contractual things are out here. If you need strength to communicate some truth about the knowledge of somebody being two-faced somewhere and doing some low-down crap, then you need to get up and do what's correct, folks. Nobody has a right to show up like this and be backstabbing. Or because they did, now they got to cover some stuff out here. What else is in the hidden space? We all have to take responsibility for every single thing we do in this earth. No, you don't like that. It's hard to have to look in the mirror, but once you do, it's liberating. It's liberating. What else is in the hidden space? Only you could tell it. What is fire energy you need to know, or the cross watcher? So locks and things behind closed doors, somebody's friends involved in something, and then there's the water energy that came out real strong on today's reading. We had the word drowning come out, we had the word river come out, we had the word for a boat energy that come out. Something about so these 2 people, business partners, friends, colleagues, workers, whatever. If somebody is going to go to jail, it would really suggest something like that is out here. There's money and finances in the hidden space. It's also independence. This is about being loyal. But the dog in the, if that word perverse is out here, the dog can trace you back to prostitution. Spiritually speaking, the dog is a perverse energy in the negative. It's attacking. It's has a meaning of prostitution. Can go back to that. Somebody's in trouble out here, fire signs, or you are. The grave, death matters out here. Well, if you're trying to pay somebody off to get somebody killed, or you did do that, I don't know. Ain't gonna work out for you, man. Let's see what kind of words come out. I'm moving real slow with these cards. I've got 2 fingers that I was cutting my fingernails the other day, and my skin ripped apart from my nail and they hurt really bad. I literally got up in the middle of the night and soaked my hand in I put aspirin in some water and some Epsom salt. It kind of helped it, but it's still real sore, so I apologize if I'm going slow. So Matthew 3 is coming out, and it says that the Christ, the Messiah, he immerses and baptizes with the Holy Spirit, whose fan is in his hand, and he will thoroughly purge his floor and gather his wheat into the garner, but he will burn up the chaff with unquenchable fire. Somebody's in trouble, and you ain't gonna be able to escape this, whatever this is. I don't care if you're some friend out here thinking you're having some type of communication and, hey, we're gonna, break this lock open so that we don't have to go to jail for something. I don't care what. There's a judgment out here. There's unquenchable fire. That chaff goes to wicked people. There will be a victory in something. It's a legal victory in something. Shows it right here. The letter Z and the letter A is out here. That can be a word for perception of something. What else you want to bring out here for fire energy? Take your masks off, people. Face the mirror. Your in-laws are involved in some stuff, so these two kings can be in-laws as well, whoever's playing what role. It says, he that spares his rod hates his child, but he that loves him chastens him betimes. So God says you don't correct your children, you really hate them. In God's eyes, you're perverse to him. You just let your kids just go do whatever they want. It's cray-cray, and that's a whole generation of kooks. Anyway, somebody's kid's involved in something, and your in-laws are also coming out here. And if you love your kid, you will correct them, and regardless how bad it hurts you, how old your kid. It could be older kids out here also facing some type of legal matter. You work for the law. I know I got connections and stuff like that. That stuff's wrong. Anyway, there's going to be a victory. God's gonna burn somebody up. There's a record. Something's been recorded out here, and a documentation. It's legal. It's something legal, and something illegal is around, whatever that means for you. Somebody got choices. There's communication coming to some of you all with this matter in the next 24 hours. And again, you got a bunch of people pulling on you. You're set still until you got the peace. Because we know that those 5 cups, 3 of them are going to be flipped over because somebody ain't truthful out here. Somebody's two-faced and something's going on. So there's a plot around a little relationship. The letter D came out. Person, place, or thing, first, middle, or last name. This is a new cycle going on. Okay, well, here we go again. Here we go again. What's the cycle going to be? You're either going to end it. If somebody's got knocked down, and now I got to try to rebuild something all over again. Well, you can only go so far with it, folks. Whatever you think you're trying to do and some stuff, that there's a plot going on out here. And again, it's got bad consequences. What else do I want to do out here, Messiah? Let me pull from these. What else do they need to know? There's a 3rd-degree murder around some stuff. Manslaughter's out here, folks. It's right here. The coffin is right here. Somebody's a murderer. They think they're trying to get out of something. But you will go to jail. You will. You might even have an execution. Anyway, somebody wicked out here. It says, whoso mocks the poor reproaches his maker, and he that is glad at calamity shall not go unpunished. Now, if somebody mocks at people and they just gonna be so glad when you fall down, you are not gonna go without being punished. You're gonna reap what you sow. I don't know, somebody just thought there was some big shot today when I was reading it. The energy, sometimes I wish I could explain what I feel, but the energy was so heavy behind me. And somebody just thought they were just some big shot and some nonsense, and I don't know. Anyway, somebody sit up in here and mock people because they're in lack. Aren't you ignorant? God says, I make poor and I make rich. Who's doing it? You didn't do it. God did. Who do you think you are? And God says, When you and I do what's upright, or the poor is concerned, when you and I have it in our power to do something, that he'll keep you from your enemy when it comes time for you to be on an end where somebody needs to be able to give to you. If you and I are just operating and being kind and loving and doing what, because God loves the poor. He's the one that makes poor and makes rich. All the silver and the gold belongs to him anyway. But you and I, we do what's correct out here every single time. God will rescue us in our time of need. He says to us, I won't hand you over to your enemy. Somebody thinks that they're trying to get something done out here around a situation. There's murder out here. Ain't gonna take place for you. I don't know who you think you are. You're not going to be unpunished. God is gonna punish you. Somebody is very skillful, artful. They're a trick out here. They're hard-headed. All right, well, anyway, there's the sanctuary church sanctuary. That's the preacher then. That's the preacher then, involved in some bullcrap that comes out on the platform all the time. The last card says there's fear of change, and somebody cannot face a change that's taken place. And that's the same energy, actually, that reading that was coming through about these two individuals, these two kings. That it's the death card in the reverse. Somebody won't accept something that's taken place out here, so they just keep going on and on and on and on and on. You can only do that for so long, folks. Okay, there's a resistance. It's useless out here with the party doing whatever they think that they're trying to do in some wicked way, wearing a little mask. Okay, anyway, either you upright or you're not. And if you keeping the commandments and you're in some type of a gathering with people, then you are. Then I ain't talking to you, neither is God. God is talking to the enemy to warn wicked people. Somebody fixing to get freaking burned real hard out here. And if people won't turn, it's not a good thing, folks. It really, really isn't. Anyway, whatever's going on, somebody is going to get a legal victory in a manslaughter situation out here. Somebody thinks that they're just real cute and skillful and artful in their little trick. They wicked. And God says that the wicked get cut out of the earth. It's the upright righteous that remain in it. So I don't know what part you play on it, but anyway, there's a warning out here with these choices in the next 24 hours, fire signs. There's bad consequences. Getting in unity with something or someone that you shouldn't. So really need to call out upon the Holy Spirit. Regardless, there's a victory. So if you are following the Holy Spirit, there's a legal victory going to take place around whatever this is with a main male specifically. You got two main males out here in a really big way. Somebody is a backstabbing, two-faced, toxic piece of nutcase. Somebody y'all got information about this, and it's time for you to take the strength and get up and do what's right, and it'll play out in your favor. Until next time, folks, shalom.